So most of us have people in our lives that always seem to be a level ahead when it comes to building wealth and being financially responsible. So we have this over here. And then we also have technology over here, something called ChatGPT. So what do these two things have in common? Well, you're about to find out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend. So we went to ChatGPT to compile a list of habits that people who never overspend swear by. And y'all, I gotta tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. It gave me a list, so I thought it would be fun. Because I went through the list, y'all, and I was like, oh my gosh, I agree with all of these. And so I want to know from you if you agree with them. But here's literally what it said, and I love it. So number one, they know their why. Yes and amen. So meaning they know why they're doing something with their money, their motivation. If they're in a season of sacrifice, they know why, they're sacrificing because they have a bigger goal. If they want to get out of debt, they know, okay, why do we want to get out of debt? When they're giving and being generous, they know why, because they want to change their family tree. I mean, they are so motivated by the underneath level, if you will, when it comes to their money, not just always the numbers and stuff. So that can motivate you for a little bit. But if you don't have that why, when things that are hard in life hit you financially, that why is what carries you through most of it. And so when that came up at number one, I thought, yes. All right, number two, they intentionally track their spending. Okay, y'all, I did not make this up. And I don't think my ChatGPT knows it's me, Rachel Cruz, that does this. So when it said this, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So it is true because people don't mindlessly just spend all the time whenever. They really do know what they're spending. And when they spend it, they actually keep track of it. It's not just in their head. They don't have something in their head that they're just okay, I'll figure this out here. No. They're very intentional, and it is incredible. Now, when you track your spending, you can still enjoy it, right? That's the purpose of it all. But I agree with this point 100%. All right, number three, they budget on purpose. There's that budgeting thing. Yeah, so it's not just tracking spending, but they budget. They know where their money's going, which is such a key factor, you guys, of winning with money. Regardless of where you are financially, you need to have a plan with your income. You need to know where it's going, because when you file taxes every year, I don't want you to look at that number and be like, holy crap, I made what? Where is it? Where did it all go? That you know exactly the job your income had when it hit your account, and you know what's going on. Now, if you need a great budgeting app, Every Dollar is wonderful. Make sure to check it out. Number four, they limit credit card use. All right. Limit, I'd say completely do away with, if this is my list. They don't use credit cards, but this idea that they're not going to depend on other people's money to live their lives. And when you stop that, and you actually live in the present, and you use cash or your debit card or Apple Pay with your debit card, whatever it is, and you are actually in the moment, it is incredible that once that purchase is made, you're done. You're done. You're not waiting on some bill to pay everything later. You can continue to look through the windshield of your financial life. And that's what I love. You just have full control, full autonomy, and that credit cards and banks aren't part of your life. All right, speaking of banks and all of that, I do want to tell you about one of our sponsors who offers incredible support as you work the Ramsey plan, Fairwinds. Y'all, when you are in the baby steps, your bank shouldn't be working against you. That's why I love Fairwinds Credit Union. They share Ramsey values like getting out of debt, saving for the future, and putting people first. Their smart checking and savings bundle was designed to line up with the baby steps. When you are ready to move your money somewhere that supports your financial goals, Fairwinds is what you've been looking for. Head to fairwinds.org/Ramsey to open your smart checking and savings bundle today. And also another incredible sponsor that we have is Christian Healthcare Ministries. And they really do help enhance your experience with healthcare coverage. More than 100 million Americans carry medical debt, which shows that traditional coverage is often leaving people with a big bill to face alone. So families need more than coverage. They need community. That's why I love Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is a budget-friendly, faith-based alternative to health insurance, and they've paid over $12 billion in medical bills. I mean, that is faith in action. With CHM, there are no networks, no insurance headaches, and programs start at just $98 a month. Y'all, CHM is where your faith and your finances agree. So go to chministries.org/budget and learn more today. All right, back to our list. Number 5, they delay gratification. Yes and amen. Y'all, instant gratification is killing us. Like when we see something we want and we just go buy it, we don't think about it, we don't look at our budget, we don't do any of that, we just do it. When that is your life, you end up spending so much money. But delayed gratification shows a level of maturity where you can walk away from a purchase, sleep on it, see if you still want it a day or two later, and then you can go back and buy it. But this is a major perk to win financially. Number 6, they reduce decision fatigue. So the more routines that someone has when it comes to their money, the less kind of impulsive that they're going to be. And so there's like less impromptu shopping trips and all of this because they kind of have this rhythm in place. And I like that. I think that's great. Now, I can be type B at times where I'm like, let's just have some fun and be spontaneous. So you still want part of that in your life. I think that creates some fun. But when you have routines and you know what's going on, like, okay, I check every dollar every morning and I track transactions. I meet with my spouse every month, once a month before the month begins to do our budget. We give on this date. Our tithe goes out from our account to the church this day. I mean, like when you have routines in place, it really does help. All right, number 7, they actively practice gratitude. Yes, it is incredible when you realize that stuff isn't the thing that's just going to bring on more happiness. It's just not. But when you are so mindful and grateful for what you already have, there is gratitude, there is contentment, and all of that. So the fact that this was on the list, chef's kiss. Is that what the kids say? Yeah, I love it. Number 8, they stay off autopilot. So subscriptions, apps, all of that. They try to put friction in these purchases. And so, yeah, I mean, I would say with some of this, I really appreciate. I don't like always the savings autopilot. Like some people are like, I just put my savings on autopilot. There's a part of me that I'm like, no. Do it actually so you can feel it happening and you may want to be saving more or maybe you need to save less. Like, I don't know. There's something about actually going in and doing it. But then also there are things that I think is okay just to be on an auto basis too, right? Like, I don't think that's bad. I think that'd be very convenient and to make sure that you're not late on things too. So there's a balance there. Number 9, they regularly unfollow and unplug. So they use social media, but they actively unfollow people who tempt them into comparison or jealousy. They also pay it forward and gut check their motivation with their own posts. So the way they use social media, the way they kind of think about it is in a really healthy way. So I appreciate that. Number 10, they recognize patterns. So if you have tendencies where you start to see, okay, if I'm bored or insecure or I'm busy, and that's a trigger for me to spend, right? Or, you notice like, okay, here's when I do these things that are maybe unhealthy with money or even comparison. Maybe it's a heart thing. And these are the situations that comes up in. They notice that pattern throughout their lives. And that is a really great gut check to know like, okay, here is what I do and why I do it. And then always know you can create new patterns, right? Instead of being stressed and going and spending, you can go on a walk, right? Go and hang out with a friend, journal, like do something, read, like do something else that's better for you than just staying in an unhealthy pattern. So the fact that this list came from ChatGPT, y'all, I mean, I love it. I mean, I think it was so great. I so appreciated it. And I do think it's really factual. So some of these things are more habits, more heart-based. Some are a little bit more tactical. But putting things in place, you guys, help you win financially is what I want for you. Now, if you want some of my personal tips, not just off ChatGPT, be sure to check out my honest advice to someone who wants financial freedom. You can click here to watch that. Or if you're listening on podcast, you can click the link below. All right, you guys, remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.